All right, thank you, and welcome. So, therefore, fellow Africans, being on 7th of February 2025, I am once again delighted, as always, to present to you our 20th episode. Wow, we have taken a milestone, 20th episode of the Change for African campaign. And so, therefore, being on Friday, usually we discuss about the climate change, our pillar number 5, the climate change that we face in Africa. And so, therefore, fellow Africans, the day to help us, not the day really, but our main topic of discussion about climate change today, I'll be trying just to quote for you I'll call them the UNEP days, the United Nations Environmental Program days. UNEP is a UN body responsible for the environment, globally. And so this is an issue about climate change. It's an issue that when it comes to the African continent, Africa is the most vulnerable continent to the impacts of climate change. We are the most hit continent globally in terms of the ravaging effects of climate change. And so we have the UNEP days. These are days that I want you to know, so that these days can help us, as we progress with our Change for African campaign. This is one of the ways of changing Africa, being responsible for our environment, making sure that we are protecting our mother planet Earth, the only planet that Africa, I'm telling you for free, planet Earth is the only planet that Africa should rely on. When you speak about Mars, you know people who are dealing with Mars currently, but for Africa, let us first conserve planet Earth, because that is our home. Sorry. So therefore, fellow Africans, let's proceed. So these days are days that will help us, so that maybe you cannot be maybe available each day or every month subsequently to see how you can take part just in the environment and try to curb things to do with the global warming, those things that accelerate global warming, to curb things to do with just climate change as a general thing, and also conserving the environment. And so today I have these days for you. The first day is actually gone. That was on 26th of January. It's an international day for clean energy. So when you speak about clean energy, sorry. When you speak about clean energy, it's about now in terms of our atmosphere, and what do we use on our daily basis, or how are we doing things. Africa is a land that if we speak about clean energy, we are the people who have substantial clean energy. And so when I say about this, I'm trying to see in terms of today Africa still imports oil from the Middle East, and this oil is actually not clean. It's not it does not burn completely. Oil or petroleum, these are components that they do emit harmful gases into the atmosphere. They're not clean. But Africa, we have enough rivers, we have enough sun. Sun is also a form of it's a clean energy, source. And so rivers, hydroelectric energy, we have lots of them. And these are areas that we can tap in, making sure that Africa is a free, or is a free clean energy continent. Or us is about clean energy. We can do it as Africa. We can harness, or we can tap into that, invest in that, and make sure that things to do with global warming, we at least put them at a lower level. We can use the clean energy in our industries, in our homes, doing lots of things. That is Africa. And then that is on 26th of January every year. And then on 10th of February every year, and just some days too, is whereby we celebrate the UNEP Day number 2 of the year. We celebrate the International Day of the Arabian Leopard. So this is about leopards. Leopard is a creature, so a wild animal. So it's also about seeing how are they being extincted, or just looking at ways on which we can have them more into the ecosystem. They are very important. And then on 30th of March every year, we do celebrate the International Day of Zero Waste. The International Day of Zero Waste. Waste, a lot of waste is deposited, just littered into the environment. Looks very, very ugly into the environment. So it's a day whereby people, we are responsible foreseeing that we can clean our environment, we can collect plastic bottles, we can just make sure that we arrange our mother nature, climate, our mother nature, planet Earth. And then that is on 30th of March every year. And then on 22nd of April every year, we do celebrate the International Day of the Mother Earth Day. Now the Mother Earth, that is the day now we appreciate the being there of the planet Earth. Planet Earth is where we live. Planet Earth is everything for us. No planet, we are not there. We continue to degrade our planet. We continue to hit our planet. We continue to face difficult conditions while living on planet Earth. So this is a day whereby we touch on every area possible that we can be able to see how we combat things with climate change, things with conserving our environment, things with curbing the global warming. So that is on every 22nd day of April, the International Mother Earth Day. And then on 11th of May, it's a World Migratory Bird Day. On 11th of May every year, World Migratory Bird Day. And then it's about birds, And then on 22nd of May every year, we celebrate the International Day for Biological Biodiversity. This one is where we look at just biological biodiversity in terms of we have diverse creatures, we have diverse wild animals, and all those sort of things, just the living creatures, also our forests and everything that we have. So we celebrate them. We go see on how we can improve on their being in our ecosystem. They are very important. And then on 5th of June, now the big day also, 5th of June every year is now what you call the World Environmental Day, and I think this one is the most famous day in the UNEP calendar. Or in the UNEP days, it's a day for the World Environmental Day. So this is whereby we also touch on everything in terms of can we plant trees, can we continue to weed our trees, can we clean our environment, just make our environment clean, just cleaning, sweeping here and there over the highways and doing all those sort of things. And then on 7th of September every year, it's a day also in the UNEP calendar, we celebrate the International Day for the Clean Air and Blue Skies. The International Day for Clean Air and Blue Skies. When we speak about clean air, we go to our number one, the International Day of clean energy. So when you speak about now the 7th of September, for the clean air and blue skies, because are we still emitting those carbons and those sort of dirty gases into the atmosphere? That is what we speak about. So we want clean and blue skies. That is what we need to focus on, not to burn fossil fuels everywhere. And then on 29th of September every year in the UNEP calendar, we celebrate the International Day of awareness of food loss and waste. This is about now food, because in Africa more so, still in Africa, we have people going to bed without food, we have people who really suffer, we have people who go through a lot, they can't find something to eat. So this is a day we remember, we go through such and see that we do not waste food. We see now the means that we can make sure that our food is not wasted. Rather, we have what we call measurable consumption, or just a very smart way of consuming our foods and making sure that we do not waste food or do not lose food anyhowly. And then as the year comes to an end, on 12th of October we celebrate the World Migratory Day, still about birds. As you know, birds are very important into the ecosystem in terms of pollination, just being there. So one of the ways in which we can remember this day and do something is also about planting trees, because remember, birds do live on trees. So when we do what we call deforestation, we are chasing away the birds in the ecosystem, whereby some of them end up even dying. So this is a day whereby we can think what can we do? We can plant more trees so that to attract these birds to be in our ecosystem. And then the last day of the UNEP calendar is always on 6th of November every year. We do celebrate the International Day for poverty, not for poverty really, but for preventing exploitation of the environment in war and armed conflicts. On 6th of November every year, the International Day for celebrating things to do with preventing exploitation of the environment in war and armed conflicts. Is a day that we do celebrate that. So therefore, fellow Africans, having gone through all these days, it is just this is just, you can call it a work plan that we can use to help us in terms of conserving the environment, because these are days that we can now take advantage of them as Africans. And now see, on each day we do something impactful to the environment, positive impact to the environment, something that has can help us continue to change Africa. Because changing Africa, it is not only about not only about governance every day, it's also about now what we can do, what we know, this one really we can do ourselves, this one we can do. What is it? Things to do with climate change, because these are issues that all of us take part in. These are issues that we need to look at ways, very pragmatic, and put in place a strategic interventions of how we can curb things to climate change, global warming, and conserving our environment, planting trees, cleaning our cities, just doing whatever it takes in making sure that we have a sustainable Africa, we have a sustainable Mother Earth. This is the only continent that supports life, so we need to be responsible for it. It is our obligatory concern to take care of our continent, Africa, and also to take care of our Mother Earth, planet Earth rather. So therefore, fellow Africans, I want to thank you so much for being with me the whole of this week, from Monday, and today is on Friday. We have done it again. This is our 20th episode. We are moving, man. We got it in our hands, and we will do it. Africa is a land of great potential. As long as me and you unite, unity will give us the triumph that we want. Thank you. God bless you. Let's meet next week, probably on Monday, about governance. But then, in between the weekend, I want to go silent, but I will make sure that we have something that we can continue to touch on, just to update ourselves and see how we, and also give ways in which you can continue to help me in terms of researching and going through a lot of things. Thank you, and God bless you. Have some interesting afternoon.